Hey friends, I have another trick I'd like to show you, a trick that you can do next time you're out and about having dinner with your family or friends. I'm going to be using a little container of a seasoning called thyme. You can use oregano or paprika, or if you're out to dinner, probably have a salt shaker or a pepper shaker there on the table that you can use. That'll work just as well. But what we're going to do, what I'm going to show you right now, is I'm going to make that coin disappear. But people know that I do sleight of hand, so I'm going to put this coin in a position where I can't touch it. I'm going to cover it with that container of thyme, and then I'm going to cover that container of thyme with that little paper napkin. Now I'll show you that that coin is still there. Watch close. You know, on second thought, I'm going to do a different trick. Watch. I'm going to make thyme vanish. And just like that, we have indeed run out of time. I'm going to teach you how to do that trick. But I know some of you out there have some friends that may be watching the trick and you don't want them to know how it works. So you've got 5 seconds to ask them to leave the room. You can pause the video if you want, and then we'll come back and I'll teach you how it works, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To do this trick, you're going to need a coin. It doesn't matter what coin it is, a quarter, 50-cent piece, penny, it doesn't matter. And you're going to need some kind of recognizable container, like of salt or pepper, something that you would have at dinner. Or in your kitchen, it's very easy to go and get a little container of seasoning. And a paper napkin. Paper napkin is important, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But you set the coin down on the table so that everybody can see it. And then you cover it with your container of seasoning or your salt shaker if you wish. And you tell them that you are going to cover it with a paper napkin to make sure that you can't get your hands on that coin. But you have an alternative reason, an ulterior motive, as it were, for using that paper napkin. Because what you're really going to do is you're going to make that little container of seasoning disappear. And to do that, you use a paper napkin. Now, you use paper because a cloth napkin won't hold its shape as easily as paper will. But I cover that container and then I fold that paper around the container. So when I pick it up, the container of seasoning is beneath it, I can let that container go. Just like that. And you would think, if you didn't know, that that container is still in there. So you can say, let's make sure the coin is still there and let them see that it's there. And then you count 1, 2, 3 and say it's gone. Bring this to the edge of the table and let that fall into your lap. Bring the paper napkin back out, but don't squeeze it because you want them to think that that container is still in there. And you can say, I'm going to change my mind and do a different trick or whatever you want to do. But at any rate, you are going to crush suddenly and shockingly that piece of paper. They were convinced still had that container of seasoning beneath it. You show that it's gone, and you have what I think is a very easy to do, but a very effective magic trick. Using an object that they are familiar with, a salt shaker or something similar. Okay? That's the vanishing thyme.